Hi, everyone, and welcome to Die Hard Sooner Report. It is Thursday morning, and hope everybody's having a great Thursday. Let's have a little fun. Let's look back to 1985 when the Sooners won that national championship that year. When Troy Aikman got hurt, Jamel Holloway came up and was at that time the only freshman to lead his team to a national championship. Think back to that Miami game in Norman, an electric crowd, Miami becoming a juggernaut program, a program under Jimmy Johnson that was throwing the ball around and had Michael Irvin at receiver and had so many great players. And Oklahoma was the established team in the old wishbone, and teams had really figured out how to run and play with the wishbone, and so they'd caught up to it. So Barry Switzer recruits out of Henrietta, Oklahoma, a guy that would go on to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. He had that kind of arm. When Troy was young, he could really run as well. So the Sooners were still in the wishbone, but they had Darrell Shepard as a receiver. They had Keith Jackson at tight end, and man, they had some players. There's no question about it that could catch the football and stretch the field. Before Troy got hurt at 9:30, 9:18 of the second quarter, that offense had moved up and down the field. I mean, Oklahoma had already thrown one touchdown pass from Aikman. Aikman was 6 for 7 throwing the ball. He had 131 yards and a touchdown. He also had a 26-yard run. It should have been a 47-yard run. And Oklahoma was at the 17-yard line when Jerome Brown got past Eric Pope. Jack Van Slyke or something. I think that was the guy's name. They sandwiched Aikman and he broke his ankle. Up until that time, Miami was having trouble stopping the OU offense. Miami had enough speed and athleticism that they stopped the normal wishbone. I mean, they beat OU 3 times during that time. OU won 1 national championship. And I've always contended if Troy Aikman didn't break his ankle, OU would have won 3 national championships, or at least 2. Oklahoma had found somebody that could move the ball against Miami. OU would have recruited another receiver to 2 to go with their fleet wishbone. They still would have used Jamel Holloway, I think, in short yardage. And things would have been changed a little bit. And maybe one of those quarterbacks would have transferred. Who knows? Maybe Troy would have still transferred. He transferred to UCLA and finished second in the Heisman Trophy voting. But I've always contended if Troy Aikman didn't get hurt, OU would have won a couple of national championships. They would have beat Miami that day, too. I mean, Miami was running the ball, throwing the ball up and down the field, but hey, Oklahoma had come up with something that Miami couldn't handle. And I think OU would have won that game that day. But he did get hurt. Holloway came in. The rest is history. OU won, 8 straight games, beat Penn State in the Orange Bowl, 25-10, and they won the national title that year. But I really believe with Troy Aikman at quarterback, they'd have won the national title that year anyway. They'd have beat Miami that day, and they would have won another national championship or 2 because they would have had the arsenal with a pro quarterback that they could have beaten Miami a couple of times. Thanks for listening to Die Hard Sooner Report. I hope you're having a great Thursday morning. Spread the word about DSR to all your Sooner family and friends out there. God bless. Have a great day, and Boomer Sooner, everyone.